Hello everyone. Today we are talking about modals of regret. And I've just noticed that I'm practically wearing quite similar colors to the backdrop of this PowerPoint, so that should be interesting. All right, so let's go. So we are talking about modals. Now let's first remind ourselves about modals. So we said that we use modals in advice when we are recommending something, when we are suggesting something, when we are advising people. So tell me, what should I do? Oh, I've got a toothache. What should I do? So you're probably going to say, you should go to the dentist. You should, I don't know, eat less chocolate or something. I don't know. You should brush your teeth. You could go to the doctor, but the doctor won't help you. So on and so on. What about if I say I'm trying to lose weight? Give me some advice what to do. Oh, you should run more. You should exercise more. You should eat less sugary foods or something like that, right? So should, could, can, you can, you should, you must. You can also use must for advice. So these are all modals, right? Or if I want to learn Spanish, how can I do that? Oh, you can take a class. You should watch Spanish films. You should read Spanish books, something like that. All right, now let's talk about the past. So the modals of regret are the famous three: should have, could have, would have, right? So when you are giving advice to someone in the past, when you're talking about regrets in the past, you use these three verbs in these three forms. So for example, someone you know failed a math test last week, and your mother is probably going to say, or his mother is probably going to say, oh, you should have studied more. You should have studied more, less partying and more studying. Or for example, you forgot your best friend's birthday and she got really mad. So you would say, oh, I'm sorry, I should have called. I should have wished you a happy birthday. I'm sorry, I forgot, something like that. You wanted to go to the concert, but you didn't buy tickets. Oh, you should have done that. You could have done that, but you forgot. So on and so on. So now let's focus on the three, one by one. And first, let's take a look at should have. So, like I said, the three should have, could have, would have are called the modals of regret or modals of lost opportunity because they describe situations where we are imagining that the past is different than it actually was, right? We are thinking about what could we have done to make it different. Okay, so should have is when we talk about when we recommend a different action that should have been taken in the past, right? When we could have done things differently and we say, we suggest, we recommend, we advise, and we say should have, right? So for example, if you arrive late to English class, you can apologize by saying, I should have left my house earlier, I apologize. Or if you regret something like an argument, you've had a falling out with someone, you say, I shouldn't have yelled at you yesterday, I'm terribly sorry, it will never happen again. You can also use should have or shouldn't have to tell other people that a different action in the past would have been better. So in your opinion, but this is always kind of tricky, you shouldn't do that. So if someone fails a test, you can always say, oh, you shouldn't have played video games so much last weekend, you should have studied more, things like that. But again, this is sometimes tricky and people do not want to hear. Then we have could have. So we use could have for situations in the past as in talking about really possibilities. What could have gone differently, right? For example, if someone didn't go to college, you can always say, if I had gone to college, I could have got a better job, or she could have won, she could have studied, but she decided to go do something else, or she decided to go traveling, or she decided to go to work, right, straight after high school, for example. She could have won the gold medal if she hadn't fallen 3 times. So this can also be used, of course, in the third conditional, but we are reimagining certain past situation, past things, you know, and also talking about possibilities in the past, making guesses. So the last one is the would have, and this is actually the third conditional. So we are talking about imagining a different result in the past than what has happened, right? So it's something different that could have happened. So these are like regrets in the past or missed opportunities, something like that. If you arrive late at the airport, or you miss a bus, or you miss the plane, or miss something, whatever, you can always say, if we had arrived earlier, we would have caught our flight. Or if you forgot an umbrella or forget something, if I had done that, I would have been able to do this, or I wouldn't have got into trouble, or something like that. So this is all about the missed opportunities in the past that could have gone differently. So we are talking about possibilities, suggestions, recommendations in the past. So these are the modals of regret, modals of missed opportunity: would have, could have, should have. We use it also to talk about, I don't know, what we could do differently if we are talking about our past lives. So also in writing, if you are writing about the past, use these three modals, and that's it. Have a great day.